But I don't have that width. The width you kind of need.
You need a sickness for the thickness.
Oh, goodness. Click roll the intro.
All right, I'm rolling the intro. Welcome, you thick.
No.
Well, good evening, crewmates, aka shippers. Welcome to the Ship Podcast with me, the Click, and one topic at a time.
Hello.
But today we have a special guest with us as well. Do you want to introduce yourself to the lovely squad fam at home?
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's a critical. No,
You can't take my bit. You can't take my bit.
Wonder.
Get out of here, Wonder.
Guy.
I have one thing.
How are y'all
guys?
fine
It's
folks doing this evening,
Today we're
night,
taking a look
or
at the Ship
daytime?
Podcast.
Depending
No
on
pressure, but it's very crucial that this intro, it's very critical.
Oh,
God dang it, Click. You too.
I apologize.
Et tu, Brute.
You finessed.
So how are you guys doing today? Are you having a nice Friday so far? You guys just woke up.
I
not bad.
actually literally thought it was Thursday, so thank you for that reminder.
Oh, no worries. It's like weekend.
I've been up for a little
did
while.
just wake up.
But I was doing other things, like having a shower, living my life, living my best life, you know.
In the shower.
It's just like writing up my business documentations in the shower.
Oh, okay, that's kind of right.
I
Kind
wish
of
I
weird,
could.
man.
I wish I could take showers, but 2-3 days ago, the like lever thing to the shower just kind of fell off out of nowhere.
No.
So I just kind of like stick my head under the faucet, like I just kind of like hedgehog under there. It's kind
What
of
about a bucket, maybe?
a bucket. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna
fit in
sit
a
there.
bucket.
I'm not gonna
Well, he
bucket
fits in
my
a
head
football.
like it's the 1500s.
Actually, oh my god, I had a couple of years back, the heating system in the house where I live broke, so we had no hot water for like a month, and it was so cold. It was like 4 degrees Celsius the water, like almost freezing point for reference for the Americans. So what I had to do to shower, you had two options on how to shower. One, you showered in really cold water, which would kill you because then when you went outside, it was also super cold, so you would like be cold the entire day. Or two, you heated some water in a casserole on your stove, then you mix that with cold water in a bucket, and then you have like a small glass or something, and you just sit on the floor in the shower and you pour it over you. Like, yeah, it was really sad. It looked really sad. That was my
casserole
shower
dish.
for like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard casserole in there. I was like, I didn't know if
Yeah,
that
maybe
was
I
like.
said casserole, a boily thing.
Yeah. I got you. The way
So
it
you
was
put water
phrased,
in a
though,
boily thing and you boil it.
The way it was
Welcome
phrased,
to-
it sounds like in the food item that is the casserole.
You just pour
You're making
casserole over
in a
your
casserole
head.
dish. So when you said you put water in casserole, you just got like the food dripping all over you.
On topic, I am a delicious man.
Fresh, just walking out of the house first thing in the morning, got like soggy casserole dripping down you, freezing to
Is
your
that-
body.
What have you done, sir? Oh, my my hot water is broken at home.
Oh, that makes
What?
sense. You
What does
must be
that have to do
Swedish.
with? Yeah, that's my excuse. Like, sorry,
Strudel
sorry,
dripping all over
Swedish.
you.
And a meatball in each ear.
What's a typical Swedish dish?
Swedish meatballs.
Yeah. Oh. What else?
They're like meatballs,
Very
but
exotic.
Swedish.
One thing we have which I think is pretty unique is falukorv.
What's that?
It's like a very thick sausage that is like it's smoked.
Oh,
Very thick
okay.
smoked sausage. So you can either eat it like raw, quote unquote, or you can like put it in like a stew, or you can just fry it right off the bat. It's really good.
so it's like just sausage.
A thick curved sausage. I think it's something specific with the ingredient, and it's also smoked.
Do y'all have fast food restaurants in Sweden?
Yeah, we do. We do wonder. We do.
That's amazing.
It's not called McDonald's. It's called McDonald's.
No way.
My dad calls
No,
it
it's not.
McDonald's.
All of you speak
No.
English. Why would you change the name of McDonald's?
No, it's the same name. We
Oh,
have a
you just
nickname
pronounce it
for it though.
differently. Okay.
Sometimes we call it Donken.
Dunkin'?
Dunkin'
That's
That's like our
Donuts.
nickname for McDonald's.
Yeah, Mickey D's.
The
over here.
Donk.
I loved the McDonald's toys as a kid. I remember when they used to have like the gaming things that you would get with your Happy Meals, and those were kind of the flex.
Oh.
And now they just give you like Fortnite characters. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. chill.
I don't like Happy Meals anymore for that reason.
Oh, here's a
It's
Pokemon
horrendous.
card that you can't actually use with the game because it's the wrong size.
It's just the massive ones.
It's like the show ones. It's like, oh, in
Yeah, it's like-
2006,
it's like
this character's in the
these.
movie. It was like, I can't
Oh
play
my
with this.
god, you
want me
actually
to
have
collect
one of
the
those?
card?
Jesus.
I have 3.
Oh my god.
Wait, what was that, Wonder?
Did you get them in?
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, did you mean like these?
Ah, yeah.
Did you get
kind
those
of.
in Happy Meals?
I'm surprised they would fit it in, but yeah, no, my friend, he was just like, you want these massive Pokemon cards? I was like, I'm not gonna say no. It's like,
mean,
I'm not gonna be
Pokemon's
like,
a
no,
Pokemon.
thanks, man.
Oh, I've got my drawer in the way of my camera. Like, if I move the drawer, it'll bump my camera. But I've got, like, 10 packs of Pokemon cards I was going to open up on stream at some point.
Oh, very
Oh,
nice.
like retro?
I was going to be like,
Is it-
oh, what have we got? Oh!
Oh, one of the unboxing videos. They are super popular on YouTube. Like people buying shit tons of Pokemon cards and just kind of opening them for the camera. It's super popular.
My,
Maybe
Maybe I'll have to
gambling
do a full
addiction.
video then.
we have a Pokemon store here in what is it? Oh yeah, where I live, Austin. I forgot about that. And my friends and I will go there and we'll buy like the Korean ones and just like unbox like 10, 15 at a time. And we're like, oh, it's cool because it's in a different language. And it's like
Exotic and multicultural.
usually I'll buy like $15 worth and I'll slap down like 50 and I'll be like, I did a good thing. I didn't spend all my money. And then I'll see him just like unboxing all kinds of stuff and getting these cool cards. And I'm just like, well, that's not fair.
Hey, before
Get
we
all
get too
jealous.
deep into this podcast,
Ah, yes, the boys got their first ad read. Let's roll it.
Do you want to look as thick as One Topic? Do you have hair that constantly grows that needs cutting? Or do you need to shave your legs to get ready for that beach date? Well, do we have the product for you? Manscaped. You can even go swimming with it in the dark. Looking hella thick? Yeah, that is one topic at a time. Oh, whoa. Well there, One Topicy Wapicky. How do you feel about them razors? Are they satisfying your hair removal needs? Welcome to Trimmer ASMR, the new channel, which will be a grand hit.
you have no idea how cool this little thing is. Not only was it awesome for just shaving every part of my body that I wanted to experiment with, like my leg, but I also...
Every part of his body.
just once. But I was also able to give myself a haircut.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I gave myself a
Awesome.
sweet undercut with just the little Manscaped trimmer. It has a little flashlight on it.
So basically, if you have like a emergency when you really have to shave, you wake up in the morning, you sit on the side of the bed, your girl is sleeping beside you, you don't want to make her up, you can just use the flashlight on your trimmer to do it when they sleep.
guess
That is
so.
amazing, Topicy. Yes, there you go.
it also-
It has all the features you could ever want, including some you never thought of.
It also plugs in USB style, so its little stand has a little USB plug. So even if you're traveling or you have like a battery pack that you need to charge it with, that's
Oh.
super easy. Oh, also, here's my favorite thing. Are you ready? I can't.
Yes, I'm ready.
I can't injure myself with it. It's impossible. I took off the safety thing. Okay, you ready? Here's my hand. I would never attempt this with any other razor. No, see, it's totally fine.
Not even One Topic can hurt himself with these razors. They're perfectly safe, even for baby. So even if you give birth to a baby that is indeed not baby smooth, you can make your baby smooth with this razor. Perfectly safe. So check out the promo codes and links in the description to buy your own set from Manscaped, our sponsor. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video, and they have very high quality stuff. Both of us are actually considering buying their stuff on the regular even after the sponsorship.
Oh,
So
heck yeah.
it's really
Oh,
good stuff.
no doubt.
So check it out down below, and thank you all for watching. Mwah.
Hey, Wonder, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, to us.
Who the frick are you?
Oh, I am a milkman who started working at Sad Milk of March 1995. Been with the company for years. I am a Reddit YouTuber because nobody's ever seen those. And I am
diss
known
us,
for
man.
my
We're
editing
same
and
sinking ship.
voices. That's about me.
Okay, so this is Wonderstruck. He makes
Yes.
awesome voices and also
Thank
edits
you.
videos. And I
Mm,
thought we could
indeed.
chat to you about your expertise in editing videos and whatnot today.
My expertise in editing videos. My
Yeah.
entire career is improvised from time I spent on my computer in a closet. Uh, let's see. I don't. What kind of questions do you want to know about editing? For real, it's kind of just like
You didn't prep anything?
I didn't prep anything.
Didn't we send you the essay template?
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't you fill in the document?
I was never sent an essay.
Ah, Flinders filled in his.
Okay, so I was never sent that. But improv is the best thing.
Excellent.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Well, now we're in quite a pickle, I see.
How do you edit? How do you edit for like
How do you edit?
seven?
I take my hands.
7 people in one video when you can't see any of their faces and none of them are in the same audio track.
Oh, okay. So first off, you take all your plans and hopes and dreams. And you forget about them. You're like, I'm gonna set that down for like a week. Then you procrastinate for 3 days before actually setting up all the audio tracks. And then that's when you get to the real stuff. You just kind of basically go about like, you just kind of have a feel for conversations. But most of the time, with the sad milk videos, since a lot of people like to talk over each other, you have to like, you have to clip out different people's jokes. So you'll have a sentence running up and then you clip out a joke and then you just like slide it in there. So it sounds fluid, but really it's just like massive an hour's amount of like cutting up audio.
Yeah, it's a complete mess. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a disaster. It's fun. But I think my big, I've been asked people how like I edit my videos before. I think the best tip is to really not try to go for anything in particular. I mean, if you're trying to go for one certain style the entire way, that's cool. But improving anything that comes to your head like instantly is like cool. Like for example, I'm trying to think of what like there's a scene in this one Sad Milk video I'm editing with like Click, and I couldn't hear or find who he was telling this joke to, so he called someone a globe head. So in the video, y'all are talking about spaghetti cauldrons, right? So y'all are in this kitchen, y'all have like a pot of spaghetti, and then there's this
Colanders.
Colanders, yes. There's this guy.
But Click would have said cauldron. Yeah, I remember.
I would have said durkslag.
His name is Meme Fresh, who's just sitting in the corner. And it, like, since I couldn't find who's the joke he was tapping into, it cuts out. And he's just like, y'all are tapping into a power y'all don't understand. And Click cuts him off halfway and just like, shut up, you freaking globe head. So it's just a matter of improvising anything. Like, it could be a literal, like, joke, but you just got to make it feel like it's a meme, but not at the same time. If that makes sense.
So the lesson here is that us in Sad Milk, we don't actually make jokes. We just say a bunch of random stuff, often over each other, and then the editor does their magic, and it sounds like a real conversation.
Thank you, Wonder.
If that's how you want to put it.
I mean, it's not far off the truth.
No, it's not that far off. No, I mean, thank God for all of our editors. It's painful enough when I have to edit a video that just has the Click and I in it.
Sometimes,
yes.
Oh yeah, go ahead. My bad. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Wonder.
Oh, I was just gonna say sometimes like there's a lot of tangents you gotta cut down. So the Flat Earthers video I'm editing, it was like 35 minutes of tangents. I got it down to 15 minutes. So
okay.
It's just you gotta like work around with that. But yes, it's quite an experience editing 7 different people.
Yes, I can imagine. I think I've done like 3 maximum before. 7 is a whole different beast.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
I feel you were saying something though one talk before I cut you off entirely.
100% have no recollection of what that would have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's old. He doesn't remember that long.
He's old.
Keep that in mind.
I'm not too old to whip your behind.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, please do.
Oh no, not like that. Shut up.
Can I watch?
Oh,
Yes.
literally, both of you
Yes.
are the worst.
By the way, shipped podcast one OnlyFans.
We don't
coming
have
up,
an OnlyFans. If all of you are feeling so generous, we do have a Patreon. But Click, stop making up rumors.
That's a rumor?
Well, not for you. Because you're the... You have reached the OnlyFans VIP squad. So.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking about starting an OnlyFans account, but not just like I don't know what to post to it.
Just
Not
shit
anything
post.
like bad. Just like just like eating cereal or something.
You know when you sent us the picture of you practicing being a submarine?
Oh yes.
You could post
You were
that.
like, you messaged me. You were like, "Hey, will you be like streaming in 50? Like a couple minutes,
45
like 30
minutes.
to 50, 40. Yeah, we'll reach the meeting at 45." And I'm like sitting there in my bath, just like face down, just like water over me. I'm just like, I don't think I'm really in the best of
Oh.
positions to do this.
I know how to sell this. So what you do is that you post a picture of it blurred, and you say, "Here is Wonderstruck in a wet position," and then you link to the OnlyFans for the full resolution picture. It's not a
Oh.
lie. Mhm.
And I'm drowning.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can have like a circle and a red arrow towards like the more personal areas, and people are like, "Oh my, this is kind of like cha-ching."
Wonderstruck is drowning. Maybe don't.
Oh
put
my
that on the
God.
internet.
I want people to pay money to see me drown.
That's
Dude,
kind of
yeah.
sad.
Drowning
I think
is
we're getting
uniquely
desperate with
uncomfortable.
content.
I really wouldn't recommend it.
Have you drowned before? Twice.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
very
Jesus.
uncomfortable. Don't
Oh
try
my.
it.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll save that
Alright.
story for the bonus episode.
Okay, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
that's kind of a bait. Go subscribe to the Patreon, by the way, to listen to the story where one topic drowns.
Yeah, no, it got kind of dark. I was like, oh.
Don't worry, it ends
Oh
up
my
being
God.
stupid stories, but we'll talk about more of that in the bonus episode. By the way, there is a bonus episode if you subscribe to Patreon, blah, 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 blah. So Wonder, when you started with Sad Milk, what did you think about all of us?
So I went for the entirety of my channel career, like up until Sad Milk, thinking that like everyone hated me for some reason. Like I don't know why. Just like I had tried to like talk with other like YouTubers and stuff, and like it just had never panned out like at all. So I was like, all right. So then I got invited into this group chat by Oz, and I was like, oh, I don't know anyone here. So I was like, I guess it's kind of a free ball game. So I just kind of memed around in there. You know, I was like, I don't really have much to lose. And then Oz and I got pulled into like a Minecraft collab. And we were just sitting there just talking with another YouTuber. And we were like, okay, it wasn't really our thing. So we just sat and voice call for a while. And we were like, we're buddies now. So then that sort of like led me in there because, let's see, I think Oz was the one who started the Discord. So it's just like, yeah, I'm this guy's pal. So then I could just like casually be in calls. I remember the first time Illuminati joined a call. I had only ever heard like legends of her. And I'm just sitting there talking with Oz, and just Triangle pops into the voice chat, and I just have like a heart attack, like low key. I was like, what do I do? I was like, we're in the big leagues now.
I think all of us have fanboyed over Illuminati, to be honest. I get that feeling.
Oh, like a small amount.
Well, I remember when Illuminati was like starting your channel, and I was just like, you know, I remember just like there was Fresh, Illuminati, Q Star, and all the other lads who were like vibing in the Reddit community like 2 years ago, and
Yeah,
I
the
was just
early
kind of
people.
like commenting on their videos like, enjoy y'all stuff.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like actually like hanging out with them, so that's cool.
Dude, I
Still
still
feels-
like I would reach out via comments in the YouTube section, just be like, oh, I really like your stuff. Oh, this one was funny. But I never
Yeah.
heard back from it. I actually only had one YouTuber like my comment and actually reply to one of them. And I was like, holy sweetly Jesus, this is like happy days. And this was October. So I'd already been recording from like January that year to October that year. Hadn't heard from anyone in any responses. Finally I got one, and I'm like, I feel legitimized now. Hooray. This hasn't been a waste of time. One person has noticed me.
Yeah,
I was recognized by Senpai.
I felt that. I remember like I had tried reaching out to like, you know, just like the casual way instead of just like jumping straight in there, be like, hey, how are you?
Oh.
And so nothing had ever like really happened. So I was just like, I didn't want to like personally DM anyone. And then someone made fan art of me, and then I remember it was of me, Quite, and Sorrow, and they both liked it and retweeted it. I was like, I've noticed. It's like I'm a real person.
It's so cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, Sorrow seems like a decent guy behind the scenes. I haven't talked that much with Quite though. You guys are. I know he's friends with Flinders.
Yeah, Flinders is friends with literally everyone.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, he has so many connections.
I don't
It's
know, like,
amazing.
who
How
is
has he met
Flinders?
everyone?
Oh, he
like,
knows everyone. He's just. I mean, I bet one day he's just gonna drop into our voice call and Sadman like, oh yeah, sorry I'm a bit late. I had lunch with PewDiePie. All right, what are we gonna record today, boys?
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
What?
He probably lives like a street away from him. They're
He-
both-
Not
he was-
surprise me.
He was literally like, oh yeah, I used to take the bus with Blues Dank. Nothing too big.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. He's like, oh yeah, Quite. He came over. We made a video. I'm like, what? He's like, oh, my collab with Wild Spartans on my channel.
I know, right?
I'm like, who are you? Like what?
I think he pays everyone, obviously. Just
I
He's like
wouldn't
a-
need to be paid to hang out with him. I'd do it for free.
Nah, Flinders is such
That is
like
true.
he's such a
Yeah.
ball.
honestly, I would
of,
pay
like,
Flinders to hang
happiness.
out with him.
He's so.
I'd pay
wonderful.
Flinders to hang out with me.
Amen. Oh,
I'd probably pay
I
for his
like.
flights,
I
yeah.
really,
That's
I really
Yeah,
like
no.
the Sad Milk Gang. It's so wholesome. Like behind the scenes,
It's
we're like super
surprisingly.
helpful. Yeah, everyone is like super helpful. Always asking like, "Hey, how's everyone doing today?" Like, it's such
Yeah.
a caring little group, and I love it. And it's like you said, Wonder. It's like just a few months ago, it was so unreal to work with other YouTubers of this magnitude.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was first invited to like our little Discord group we have behind the scenes with like other YouTubers. I was like sitting there my first day, and like, oh, there's us. Oh, Illuminati. Oh my God. So remember, my first conversation, I typed something like, oh, so this is where all the cool kids hang out. It was so, nobody replied.
Yeah, no, it's like the craziest feeling. Like, I remember just like when I first got invited, I was just like barely pushing 2K a video, and I'm like sweating building cabinets, and I just see Oz when he had like 90 subs. He was like, hey friend, you should join this other place with people like you. And I'm just dripping in
Aw.
sweat. I'm like, okay. I'm like, why not? So I remember there was like Oz and Blair hanging out in like VC one day, and then we all just started like joining in, and then one thing led to another, and we were just kind of like posting memes. I was putting icing all over my body. And,
Oh, that's
everyone was
right.
just-
Oh God. Oh my God.
Everyone just kind of hanging out, and then I think someone just like was just like, why don't we just ever like record these? I was like, and they were like, like that seems like a good idea.
That sounds like a story behind the podcast. I wasn't actually in that call. I remember, because I think it was in the middle of the night for me. And I
Yeah.
remember I woke up that morning at like, I was still working. So I think I woke up at like 7 or 8 in the morning, something like that. And I just had a call on Discord from, was it One Topic or Oz? I can't remember.
Oz.
But like, yeah,
was
Oz
Oz.
probably. And he said, you're now a part of Sad Milk. I'm like, what is Sad Milk? I had no clue.
Just kind of like
Yeah,
brought everyone
It
in.
was morning for you, but it was like very much the AM for me on a working day.
Yes.
It was awesome.
And
That
now we
was so
have
cool.
pushing 112 subs on that channel.
It's ridiculous. It grew so fast, and people are so positive. And I know a lot of people in Sad Milk. I'm not sure how many personal details I'm allowed to spill, but I know other members of Sad Milk were like looking into other ventures because they felt doing their own channel only was a very lonely thing. And I know several of us, we like, hey fam, YouTube can actually be a full-time thing now because we're actually working with other people. I'm not sitting alone at home in my closet 12 hours a
Exactly.
day.
It
It's
would
an
have been
actual
super hard to
thing.
justify this if it was just me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
No, like I didn't think my channel was really gonna like do much of anything past October, and then we were just like Sad Milk, and I was like, I have a drive. I was like, I can. It's like videos.
I have purpose.
Because it's such like a you just don't see channels like that like ever with just like a massive like it's such a rare thing for that to like ever like occur.
I think
Yeah.
a recent one that got started was called E-Boys.
Yes,
I haven't seen
That's-
that
Yeah.
one.
That's
I've
with like
only heard tale of it, but I haven't jumped in on watching it. But I've heard it. Like there's James Marriott, and I have no idea who that is either. But I'm just aware that he might be in it. I think he's in it. And then one of the guys that was going to start it isn't in it, and that was a thing. And That's the end of my knowledge.
I know what you're talking about. I came across their Twitter post where they said today's video will be our last, and I looked at their channel and it was only 2 videos. So I was like,
Ooh.
Wait, they've ended E-Boys?
I think so. They had a tweet that said it was gonna. They like did 2 videos or something.
Right.
I was like,
I heard
okay.
about it, and 30 seconds later, I found out it's dead. Wow, that was a quick
E-Boys.
lifespan.
Okay, I'm looking them up. They have 3 videos, 708,000 subscribers. No
God
way.
damn.
No
Yeah,
way.
no.
Damn.
There's like a lot of homies in there.
From 5 days ago? Wait, is that Flinders? No, it's not Flinders.
Is that, it very
would
well
not
could be
surprise me.
Flinders. Like Flinders is
He
the
has
type of guy
connections
to
everywhere.
do that.
Oh,
I'm
but
super
that is-
happy with all this. But we've all got like such a unique, different voice in Sad Milk. Like, if any one of us dropped out, I think that'd probably be the end of Sad Milk. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. We have
Yeah.
an
It
wouldn't have the
alignment
same
chart
balance.
that shows exact. Salty in the edit, put up the alignment chart. If you take a look at our alignment chart, hang on, I've got another window here as well. I can look at it myself.
Oh, yeah.
We've got all of us taking up all the space of all of the corners, just being like far right, we've got some opinions. Far left, we've got some opinions. We've got some rocking right around the middle. It's just
Oh, yeah.
perfect.
This is not political alignment, by the way. This is cursed humor, wholesome
Okay, sorry,
humor,
sorry.
crackhead
I'll-
energy, and chill energy for reference. It's not like,
Alright.
yeah, we have some far right people in Sad Milk, and then we have some commies over there.
We've got crackhead energy, cursed energy, chill energy, and wholesome energy. And I'm
Yes.
down with salty and wholesome chill energy. Click, you're more cursed than you are crackhead, but you're up there. Wonder, you're kind of like a balance between Click and Oz.
Yeah.
And Illuminati
a
and
balance
Flinders are off
between
on the
and
upper
Oz.
left.
Yes. And Illuminati is in the middle, just balancing it out.
But I
Illuminati
appreciate
is
that. That did
the,
sound like political alignment, so I'm glad we cleared that up.
On our next Sad Milk video, we're gonna have political debates and kill all of Sad Milk. That'd be
frog
awful,
gay.
dude. I can't stand political videos. They make me so sad.
There was
Some of them that, yeah, some of them have like a comedic touch. Shoe on Head, I like, for example, but she does it very,
She's
like,
pretty
very
fun.
much parody. She picks like the most extreme stuff and just makes fun of it for 10 minutes. Then it works, but like serious discussion videos on YouTube, it gets very dark,
Yeah.
very fast, very much
she's
a
a
rabbit
little
hole.
intense sometimes. I understand why she rubs people the wrong way, but if you understand a lot of it is satire, it's okay. Like,
Yeah, of course.
she's quite the character. I just appreciate what she covers and why. And her boyfriend. I've only ever seen his stuff when they're reviewing movies, but the Armored Skeptic.
Yeah, I know about him. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got good takes on movies. I appreciate that.
I
that's
can't. I can't wait to finish the edit I'm doing today, because then that gives me like the mobility of like seeing the sun. I'm finishing this Sad Milk video.
Yeah,
and
you're balancing your day job right now with the editing.
Yes. So I have my day job, I have my channel, I have Sad Milk editing. So it feels like 3 jobs sometimes. There's those days where you're like, okay. But I always make sure to watch the sunset every day and remind myself that this will all end one day. No.
Yeah,
And you've got streaming going on as well.
Oh
You're
yeah, and
also on
the
Twitch.
streaming.
What's
so
your
that's-
Twitch, Wonder?
My Twitch is Captain Wonder. I know it's a very strong, cool name.
He's fun to play with. He, Salty, and I usually stream together.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fun.
what about me?
You don't stream yet, Click. You do play games, but you don't stream.
That's
I
true.
thought
And
I
often-
thought he streamed. I was always wondering like why isn't he playing Dying Light with us? Because I thought he played
Dude,
Dying
I know,
Light.
right? It would have been so fun.
Oh, I feel so singled out. Usually it's because I'm sleeping.
It's just the wrong time, to be honest. Like when it's 8 p.m. my time, that's like 4 a.m. his time.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. Like the only times I can join streams is like during weekends when you decide to stream midday. Then I pop in sometimes.
Midday
But-
your time, very early morning for us. Yeah.
Yes.
3 a.m. What is it?
So just yeah, streams are one of the most difficult things to get to work with those time zones, because you want to stream in the evening. That's when you're cozy, you're hanging out. It's like that good feel. But we can never get that timing for all of us at the same time. It's just not possible.
Well, let's see. Based on when we're recording this, it should be going up on the Tuesday that's coming up. So the weekend that's actually following that, we're all going to be streaming on the weekend. So everyone check that out.
Ooh,
yes.
wait, there's a Sad Milk stream?
We'll let you know.
wait.
We'll let you know more later.
Wait, I'm so confused.
I love that in Sad Milk we all have not only just like a unique perspective and a unique voice, but we have such a unique set of talents. Wonder, for example,
none.
can do every voice possible. I thought I was cool when I could do like my Stitch voice, Deckard Cain, and like a handful of others, Jigglypuff occasionally. But
Yeah, I thought I was the
cool
voice
for
guy until I met Wonder. I thought I was the voice guy because I always am the voice guy in like my friends groups and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then I
you've
was
got, like,
joining Sad Milk, like I can make these
Ooh,
2.5
radio
voices.
2.5, I know, right?
Yeah,
And then Wonder comes in and makes perfect impressions of anything you can mention. It's
Oh, can
ridiculous.
you do an impression of us?
I don't think I can do your voice.
okay.
I knew you
one
did mine
topic.
in the Illuminati video. I remember
Oh,
that.
that's true. You have done Click
Would you like-
before.
Would you like
I have
impersonate me for an
done
entire
Click.
video?
It was a romantic time.
Done.
But my
Click.
favorite of yours is the
Yes.
Daniel, for sure.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's-
Welcome to the Sad Milk Podcast. Oh, wait, no, this is the Stream Milk Podcast.
It's
Wait,
so
no,
good.
this
It's the Chips podcast.
I'm sorry.
Are you
I've been awake
What?
for an hour.
No, this voice
We've
is
been
too good.
talking
We
about
renamed the channel now Topic. It's fine.
Welcome to the Shipped Podcast with your host, one topic at a time, and the Click, followed by guest star, Wonderstruck Guy, the milkman you've never heard of.
Oh,
I get that
So
all the
sad.
time. I get that all the time when I hop into the Sad Milk General. I got flamed last night when I hopped into the Sad Milk General. What is
Seriously?
it? Yeah, no. Someone says it's a Geese Master, also Wonder. I was like, I'm not real. I'm a figment of your imagination. And then someone said, if you're a figment of our imagination, then we need to get a lot more creative. And I was like, okay.
I didn't realize you provided them that good of a setup. That's a
It is-
solid joke, man.
It was
It
a
is a
solid
good rare
joke, but
insult.
it
It is
kind of hit
good.
deep. I was like, all right, I suppose.
Oh.
I was like, just got roasted and toasted and flamed out the door. I was like,
We should honestly, that would make for a great video. Like ask
Us
the
roasting each
Sad
other?
Milk Discord to roast us. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Like make a
yes, yes,
temporary
yes.
channel for like rare insults, kind of.
ooh.
Yeah, that would be so much fun. That would be so
we,
much fun.
we say that, then like halfway through, it's just like
We're
silence
crying.
and people like
Yeah.
sobbing.
Like we started with laughter, and then just halfway through, everyone was quiet, and at the end, it's like, Click makes the naughty noise because he's about as hot as a wet sock.
And that's like the one comment that cuts through, and we all just start crying.
just that one that hits kind of deep. But the 7 people starting the call. There's only like 4 people at the end of it because they just get too hurt.
Just drop out.
That would be treacherous. I would feel so sad.
So you spend
Well,
the
this Sad
majority of-
Milk.
Oh yeah, go ahead, quick.
No, I was just gonna say it is Sad Milk, so it fits with a sad video. Moving on.
We are
So
the
when you spend
dopamine
most
free
of your
meal.
time editing, do you actually enjoy editing, or is it something that gets you to like an endpoint that you enjoy? Like, do you enjoy the journey or just the destination?
So it depends. So there are some videos that I'm like super stoked at it, and then some that I'm like, let's just get this done. So personally for me, I think the best part about editing is once you get to like that 8-minute mark where you're like, oh, I've only got like 4 minutes left in this editing, but like, each minute you're like, oh, one minute closer, and then, then you start thinking of all the great things you can go out and do. But personally for me, I think the best part is when you take all the little edits and then you just like see this massive timeline, and then you just get to render it and watch it all just flow out like some massive like thing. You're like, I did that. You're like, that's cool. It's very pleasing. So I would say the destination. The journey is treacherous, but
Yes. Yeah, editing is definitely the most tedious part of being a YouTuber. I mean, it is fun as well. I would say the first half of the editing is the most tedious, where you just have to sync stuff, put the image in the right place over the audio,
Yeah.
just the raw editing that anyone could do, so to say. Then you get to the fun editing, when you get to like animate
Oh, you find
sprites,
the
you get to
humor.
like
Yeah.
exactly, you fine tune it, you add like effects to it, you create scenes like you often do. Wonder. Like you add the characters in
Oh.
different scenarios, and it's just a mess. It's
I love-
awesome. I love that. I love
I love
that.
when you create a scene of a Sad Milk Crew, even when we're not in the video. There was one where you made an apartment where all of us were in
Yes.
it. Oh, one. Okay,
What is-
Wonder
oh my
Shark has just
God.
dropped in an image. Salty, pop in that image.
My bad. Sorry, I was just. Anyways, you were saying.
Thank you, Salty.
On this episode of Sad Milk,
A journey into the deepest thinking.
What was that?
Yeah, so
That looks
in
amazing.
the apartment scene when I was like holding a wine glass and then there was like broken glass and Illuminati.
Oh.
I was like, what was that? And it's like not really
Yeah.
whatever she was saying is not in relation to whatever scene you've created, but you've created a scene with a bunch of people's voices somehow abstractly being related to it. It's just that kind of thing is magic. It's not something you see.
I remember
Oh.
that video. It was in the apartment. I think it was
Yes.
you on topic, Illuminati, and Wonder. You were sitting in the living room watching TV. And then,
Yeah, we were
and then it was
watching the
me,
whale
Oz,
documentary.
Flinders, and Salty.
Yes, the
just
whale documentary.
Yes, yes. And we were just messing around in the kitchen, like exploding microwaves and stuff, making a video.
Yeah, so,
So good.
whenever I like to edit a Sad Milk video, I want it to feel like it's almost like a show of sorts, I guess, to a degree. Because, so what is it? I want, like, all the episodes that I edit to feel like it's in an actual, like, the milk house. That's why there's, like, we have the milk apartment. All the scenes are relatively the same. This one, y'all are in the basement of the milk house with y'all's
We own the
tinfoil
entire
hats.
complex. That is impressive.
Yes, we all live in a milk house. So that theater we were at is our milk viewing room.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, where we've watched various videos. But yes,
Various videos. You know what he means, one topic. It's videos of all kinds of genres, so to say.
Yeah, like the whale documentary.
yes. That
Yes.
was extremely hard to like put in at first because I had no idea. I was like, I want a whale documentary on this TV, but it wasn't gonna fit in. So I had to go through green screen out the screen, add the whales. And then afterwards, I was like, sweet, this is done. And then someone commented, they were like, that's weird that like Illuminati's face is showing a little bit of the ocean. And I looked closer, and like very slightly you can see because she has some green in her avatar that it was cutting out. I was like, damn it.
I've done that before. When I had an image of Human One and I had to pull all the white out of it, I didn't realize her teeth were the exact same white as the background white. So it's just her with like a big wide
impressive.
open mouth and the background in there.
That is
And
such
everyone
impressive,
commented
though.
on it, and I was like, dang it.
You can make that a meme in itself. That's a good thing. If the mistakes
yeah.
can easily become memes.
She's got
Yeah.
grandma mouth, no teeth.
Oh
Was
my
it-
god.
There's a little bit of fourth wall breaking in the edit I'm doing right now. So like I can't like move arms and stuff because like I'm not an animator. So what I've done is like you can literally there's this scene where you gasp one topic and take it's just like a cut of your arm and it just you see like the moving tool just like move it up towards your face, but you can like clearly tell it's in like an editing software.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
looking
and,
forward to that.
Oh,
And then did the same thing with Illuminati because she was like, I raised my hand. And so you just see like this arm slowly creak out with like this bone cracking in the background. She's like, I've raised my hand. So editing is a lot of fun once you like put everything out in perspective. You're like, yep, this is fun.
Dude, I'm
I
so
love
glad.
stuff, especially when you have like an avatar that already has two hands in frame, and you just add a
Yes.
third hand just for the animation.
It's just like what?
I'm so glad that we've got someone as creative as yourself working on the edits for Sad Milk.
Oh, thank you.
We've got a number of people in the background sort of working on different things, but I'm always excited when Wonder's videos go up, mostly because I'm more familiar with your editing style, because it's one that I feel like I can invest myself in. Because I know exactly what kind of chaos I'm getting into when it's like,
Oh, very nice.
video edited by Wonderstruck. I mean, we should intro each video with like that. People know what they're getting into. But it's pretty clear when it starts out and it's like, this week on the Sad Milk, and it's like zooming in on the
Easy.
apartment. Like, we know. It's Wonder.
What is it? I did actually sneak myself in to the video because there's this thing where you sell a joke to the click,
Yeah.
and it's overheard. So you just say like editor, and then it cuts out to where it kind of sounds like you're coming through like a radio, and like my avatar is sitting there like on a computer like editing. It says, "Feel free to highlight that," and then there's like an instant replay of like the joke where it's just like emphasized. So I'm like, sweet.
That is awesome.
So I did sneak myself in there to be like.
Hopefully when we say editor cut that out, you're not like highlighting that and then being like as the avatar. Okay, now that it's played, I'll cut it out.
Oh no! You'll see. It's just like it's like I'm editing and then like so it looks like I'm watching the whole video, and it's just like it just looks like the video is normal, and then once it's like editor. The audio shifts so it sounds like it's coming out of like a computer, and it shows y'all's screen like from the video on a different computer, and I'm sitting there editing it, like my avatar sitting there editing it in that in like its apartment. So it's like
that is beautiful.
Some fourth wall breaking to a degree.
I love how we all get small cameos in your edits. I remember one time I think you were reviewing Cars. I wasn't even in the video. And he just added my avatar like shadow lurking in a garage or something, just creeping around like a freaking Gollum character.
Along with Obama for some reason.
No, he's the homie. Yeah, no, I love sneaking Obama into video. Which reminds me, I actually need to sneak Obama into this edit somewhere. But no.
Yes. Can you make a Obama voice, by the way?
Oh my god, dude, I can do it on like rarest of days. Let me see. I know he has like that deep sound. It's like
Obama.
Ladies and gentlemen.
He's like, he has that that freaking like my fellow Americans. Like I can't do it, dude. I'd have to like sit and practice it. I haven't heard Obama talk in like years.
What's your favorite like top 3 voices?
Oh my god. I think my favorite voice is when I get like really into a post. The click. Did you say the click?
No, I didn't say anything.
Click it out here. Let Wonder speak. Or wait, was that your impression? That was
one of my
really
favorite
good.
voices is like the one that comes out when I start like getting like super hyped in a post, where I'm just like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like it's absurdity. Like that's like
blasted.
You sound like a small Bronx Italian guy. Like
yeah,
super
I have
upset
no
outside
idea
a
where
restaurant.
it comes from. Well, actually, I know exactly where it comes from. So I used to do different voices when I worked on a kayak dock, so I could like practice voices, and I wanted them to be believable. So I used to talk like this to all the customers, and it'd be like, "Hey, it's like let me help you in a kayak day." And I used to do it for so long that it would just become natural. So whenever I would like get into like video making, whenever I'd see like a post, I would just like these voices would just come out of like nowhere. I'd be like, okay, like
you getting on the kayak, so you'd be ashamed if something happened to it. It's kind of nice.
But be ashamed if something happened to the kayak there, pal.
We're talking like this up here in the Bronx. Oh yes.
Dude, and it's great because you get tourists, because they think like, wow, he's talking in a different that's different. So I'm legit just,
Barbara.
Like, my favorite thing, I was talking like this, eh? And they're like, "Are you from like New York?" I said, "Nah, I'm from Atlanta." And they're just like, "It's like, oh, that's not correct."
I'm just ignorant.
And then I'll talk to get the real tip money, because people would like come from like over all different places to be like, I want to see some Texas culture. So I would talk like this, be like, how can I assist you today, ma'am? Help you in the kayak today. And dude, people would be like, wow, I love your accent. I'd be like, thank you, right so, ma'am. I'm just like, and then once they go out, I'm just like, dude, I love this job.
Like the Marlboro man.
Just like normal, just like with a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. I wanna.
Oh, it's so good.
How's that commercial go? Hang on. I'll give you the lines. You ready? It's I
Okay.
think the commercial goes, after a nice long day in the pasture, you like to lay back, watch the sunset, and taste the man.
Taste the man.
Is man taste or
That
taste
sounds-
the man?
That
I
sounds
love
very
the
naughty
taste
on
of
top
man.
Sounds very
I love
naughty.
the taste of man after a long day. Okay, so I have like the attention span of like a small chinchilla. So if you could actually just type that, so I could like repeat it.
At the end of a long day, watching the sunset, you like to relax and have the taste of man.
At the
Or
end
man
of a
taste.
long day, when you like to relax, watch the sunset, the taste of a man in your mouth, in a very manly way.
That's phenomenal.
I wanna.
Oh my god.
I want to do like the Ford F-150 commercials. It's like, with the Ford F-150 Truck Month event, you can get a truck that might make your girlfriend forget you've got a small cock. Just like,
Oh god.
more than likely not, dude. There's like every month is Truck Month, dude. Here in Texas, you turn on the TV, it's like, with the Chevrolet Truck Month event. You're like, okay. You're like, what's going on here? It's like. Like,
Wait. Tell me how good the trucks are as chills.
As chills?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
how good the trucks are.
I think I've only watched like 4 of his videos. Like, how does he go? He goes like, the Ford F-150 Truck Month event hits a little different. With this car, you can drive off the lot and have people look your direction and be like, wow, that guy's a douchebag. I think you have to be. It has to be a little more deeper, but
Number 15.
But it's perfect.
Ford F-150.
the Ford F-150 is a rare car. Like, he sounds
Oh, that's good.
sounds so
That's good.
sad.
Rare car. It's so monotone and like depressing.
It's like,
So how do you recommend people in the audience get so good at voices?
so what I do is I used to be like scared to try different voices because I used to be actually horrible at them. So the first person who got me like really into voices was my friend Tyler. He would do this man he called Tyrone throughout like high school. He'd be like, my name's Tyler Lockwood, and he's just like it's just like skinny Caucasian child. You're like, okay, and everyone was like, how does that voice come out of you? So he would always do it.
It's
kind of
like
playing,
the
like,
Old Spice
PlayStation.
commercial, I guess.
So I was just like, I want to try to get at that, and I was terrible at it. I could never do it. And then my friends started doing like little kid voices and stuff in like Call of Duty lobbies. So I just tried doing it, and I was terrible at it for years. But I just kept practicing and practicing to just be like, I want to get this down. I think with age, since my voice has gotten slightly deeper, it's helped and
Yeah.
it's cleared out a little bit. One thing that like does help with voices, because I used to have a very scratchy voice, is like practice singing, like by your lonesome. So eventually
Yeah.
you'll go from being like, I can't hit these notes, to where you eventually try it long enough to where your voice kind of smooths out to where you can do it, and that makes voice acting a whole lot better. Like you're like, sweet, I can now make these noises and it doesn't sound like a cat stuck under some wheels or something. It's like, sweet. But
So what's the best sad milk impression you can do out of the sad milk group?
the sad milk impression, dude. I don't have the voice. I
Putting him on the spot.
I am on the
I am.
spot here.
Dance, monkey,
This
dance.
is how he improves. You will become the best, my boy.
If I didn't have a sore throat, because allergy season's kind of necking me, so it's like the pit of my throat right now is kind of sore, I would probably be able to nail the Clicks voice, but I can't go that deep right now. My voice is kind of hecked up.
It's kind of I think it's easier to do in the morning when you're like, hello there.
Oh, when
How are you
my voice in the
doing?
morning,
Oh,
I
yeah.
sound like this. I'm like, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like, how are we doing? It's just like,
Can confirm. Yes.
I don't know why voices do that. I don't know. It's just like, let's start off deep.
It's
Oh,
awesome.
Click,
I
when he
actually
wakes up,
used
he's
to
like, I don't know what's up,
when I
guys,
when I
I'm
record
like-
music stuff and I want a solid bass line, I sometimes record it early in the morning so I can go deeper. For example, the Dragonborn video I recorded, that
Yeah.
soundtrack, I think I recorded the bass vocals in the morning because that's when I had the deepest voice. It was like, oh.
Very subtle plug for Click's music.
Yes, indeed.
I think
the Dragonborn comes, if you know what I mean.
I think probably the hardest voice to do would probably be Oz. Like, how do you nail that voice?
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard a person.
What up, guys? It's Oz here.
That
Hey,
guy-
what's going on, Sad Milk? What's
up?
Think it's Ozzy Was. Like, how do you do that voice?
Ozzy Wazzy.
I don't know.
Like, I've
It's Ozzy,
never
but
in my
he,
life.
he forms the word at the very edge of his mouth, but he still talks like in the middle of his throat.
Like, I've
Yes.
never.
What's up, guys? It's Ozzy. What?
I suck at it, but it's
never
something
heard
like
a person in my life sound like Oz. Like I've never just met a person. I'm like, oh, that's similar. Like I was just like,
No, I think
I don't know.
Guess
he
such a
actually
unique
told
voice,
us that
yeah.
he was recognized by voice at some point.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
some guy, and when he was buying something, was like, "Hey, are you a YouTuber?" Like, no, because you sound very much like Oz Media. It's like, oh,
Oh God.
I remember. I remember when someone
Thankfully,
recognized who I was at work. I was like, oh,
Oh.
I saw that. It was so sweet. Didn't you post it on like?
yes. They
Twitter or
they
Instagram
literally
or something?
after having like a heart attack, they ran to their bag and pulled out like the Wonderstruck mask. They like carry it in their
Remember
bag.
that? I think you showed us.
I,
It was so good.
I actually keep their fan art always next to my computer because they would leave me fan art, so I have like fan art of theirs.
Oh,
That's
that's
so
amazing.
sweet.
Out of all the people, it was actually the person who made my profile picture for like my channel for like for like
Really?
a year. I was like, sweet.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I know.
The world is so small.
I remember just being there and just like I was talking about my Discord and she was in the Discord and she was like, that conversation's like very specific, and she walks over, she like looks at me and she walks over and says, "Are you a YouTuber?" I was like, yes.
Oh,
And
dang.
she was like, she got a little quiet. She says like, what's your channel name? And I was like, because there, I would assume she was gonna say some like
PewDiePie.
random thing. So I'm WatchMojo.com. Like, if she probably heard. I assumed that she was gonna say some
15.
sort of like, random channel name. Just, are you?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm awaiting the disappointment. It's like Wonderstruck guy, and I was like,
Oh.
what?
It is a heart attack, right?
Yeah.
Like when you hear your username in real life from
Yeah.
someone you did not expect.
Oh.
It's like, poof.
Yeah, when
Oh,
like
really-
I met one topic and he was like, "Hey, what's going on, Wonder?" I was like, you know me?" I was like, no.
Dude, I was super stoked to meet you.
Dude, I was
really glad I got
was
to.
so happy. I want to go to Colorado again. Like, I want to like actually
Yeah.
get to like full on vibe with it. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
want
for
to
the
go
first
there
time.
too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were planning to go around, well, a couple
Next
of weeks
year?
ago, but due to the
Oh, yeah, no, that's
in the
right.
air, we couldn't go.
Now we're
so
looking at
Sad
going
Milk is
next
actually
year.
meeting in
Next
real life
year.
and being sad together.
Yeah. Next year. Well, yeah, because, I mean, I'm sure planes will operate by then.
Hopefully.
think-
Otherwise, I'll take a rowboat across the Atlantic. It's fine. I'm gonna meet my YouTube gang. God damn
A
it.
rowboat because of social distancing.
Yes. Yes.
It's just yourself.
I'd like to go at least once during the summer. I think that would be cool.
I want to bring you guys out of Sweden at some point as well.
Oh my
Greenland
god,
love
archipelago.
that.
I've always
I love
wanted to
the
go to that
mountains,
part of the
look at
world.
them. Tiny houses.
Yes.
And
it's
then
really
how
beautiful.
the dollar is stronger so that we can just buy all the food.
Everything is
Wait,
going to
really?
be super cheap for you guys because the Swedish crown is dropping like a rock. I'm so lucky because I'm working with YouTube, so I get paid in actual USD. But the
Yeah.
Swedish crown is like dropping so hard, it's sinking like a rock. So if you come, I mean, it's fine if you work in Sweden, also buy stuff in Sweden, you don't really notice it. But if you do international shopping, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
So if you guys come over, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, everything in Sweden is so cheap. I'm gonna buy a new car." here."
I think we'll be like that, but I'll probably say it a little more American.
Probably be cheaper to ship it home, yeah.
What is it?
Is this good for carry-on luggage? No,
I'd be
sir,
tempted.
that's a car.
I mean, I'd be down. My
Well, it's
friend,
IKEA. You just take it piece apart.
my friend, she just did a thing 2 years ago where she and her family went all across like Europe and stuff, and they road tripped the entire thing. And like everything was just like stupid cheap because apparently like USD is like different over there.
Yeah.
And they were like sending me pictures
use-
of everything. I remember the first night over there, they called me at 5 a.m. and they were like, because they thought it was daytime. And they were like,
Yeah.
what are you up to? It's like, I gotta tell you about this. I was like, I straight up said, oh, you know what most people do at 5 a.m, sleeping. My
Oh god.
same friend's mom.
Well, you do hold weird hours. I don't blame them.
What's up? I do. I try to be asleep by
use-
2.
No, that's a good rule. Otherwise, the day gets turned around. But it was actually interesting. A few years ago, it was the other way around. Like we would always buy like cheap electronics and stuff in the U.S. because it was much cheaper than here. But I remember when I got my first paycheck from YouTube back when I did Let's Plays, the dollar
Yeah.
was about 6.22 Swedish crowns. Now it's about 10.6. So it's almost doubled since those days. So I'm so lucky to be paid in dollars because, my God, I mean, imagine paying for like everything we do, like Sad Milk and editors and all that stuff in USD. If I were to get paid in crowns, I would die.
Oh,
So yeah.
Click's talking at a level that I'm not yet familiar with.
yeah.
Where he makes actual money.
I've only ever made $3,000 off YouTube, so it's.
that's
I mean,
pretty
that's
That's a
good,
pretty
but
decent amount.
when you recognize
But
that,
you've also
like,
been doing it for like a year.
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
when you like
1,500 a year perspective.
when you put into perspective that I made that off of like entitled parents, it's not the best. Like sweet.
Oh.
That was like
When did you do entitled parents?
back in the entitled parent craze when like everyone was doing it.
When everyone did it.
Yeah, no, that's where I started adding cooking to my videos because I was like I watched other videos. I was like, what is the hype about this video? So I was like, there's so much just like nothing going on in the background. So I was just like, I like to cook. I had a GoPro. I recorded myself cooking, blurred it, put it in the background. People were like, he's cooking. I've never seen this. I was like okay. So I've always just stuck with cooking. So at least I can thank entitled parents for that. But other than that, I dread the subreddit.
There were so many channels that exploded during that era.
Yeah.
And a lot of them
Yeah.
dropped off. There were so many early adopters, and I know, for example, there are even some channels that we still have in some of our old Discords that are like, they haven't uploaded for, I don't know, 6 months or something.
Well, they stuck with it. They just stuck with nothing but stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, some of us managed to make the switch. I was never actually in the Insane Parents thing. I went directly to meme-based stuff. And I think that helped. It was a slow start because I missed that Insane Parents, or sorry, Entitled Parents hype.
Yeah.
So I think my channel was behind in the beginning, but then it caught up during, well, late fall 2019. And that was nice. Noah got the boat. That was...
Yeah, I don't think your videos were pushed out to as many people because you had like you had subscribers from back in the day, but who wouldn't have had the notification bell turned on, so it
Exactly.
wasn't a default. But the
Yeah.
advantage of that is when someone goes to a channel and they see it already has 40K plus subscribers, they're more likely to click on that rather than me
Yes.
who had like 10, and it was such a struggle to get to that first 100.
Oh, yeah. The
First
first
100
start is the
people.
hardest. I had the luxury, even though most of my sub base was pretty inactive and they didn't have bell and stuff, even if I uploaded a decent Reddit video, it still had like 1,000 views, you know. So that first little bump, I got past it, and I already had my partnerships and stuff. So I already had a cheating start. It was still so much work to get it back up running, though, to get like a organic view flow. But the thing with making content on YouTube is that you really gotta hit the golden in between, because only selling yourself, so to say, not in a naughty way, one topic. I know what you're thinking.
He wasn't the only one thinking
It didn't even
that.
occur to me.
Yes. So only selling yourself, that is very difficult. It's like, for example, when you try to make music independently, because nobody knows it even exists.
Wait.
So the best way to get started on YouTube is to start making something that is already kind of popular or related to
Like
something that's
covering
popular.
someone else's song. Yeah.
Exactly. So, for example, if you want to make it as a musician on YouTube, the first step I would say, which is really good, is, for example, make covers with a twist on popular songs. For example, Skyrim soundtrack is a good example. And then you can move into becoming more personalized once you have like an audience that is building up. So that's why I think Reddit is also, it's very good for content. It's also a bit of a trap because you can easily get stuck in this swamp where all your audience is only there for Reddit and nobody really knows you. So once that little phase with that specific sub or something passes, well, then your channel just dies. That's it.
Yeah, I got that vibe that was gonna happen to entitled parents. Like after my third video of it, I was like, I'm gonna go back to Reddit or like regular Reddit. But I mean, some channels are able to pull it off. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but it's like I'm not down to be like Karen, dude. Karen, she took my iPhone. Like no, wait, what
I still
happened
love-
then? She called the cops? Like, no way.
I still love the Facebook post that I get to read out where it's like, this parent is totally insane. But at least I can read it from that parent's perspective who thought it was a great idea to post it to Facebook because that's the insanity. I love that.
I
But the
know.
whole
It's
stories
so
where it's
good.
only from one person's
Or
perspective.
when you have, for
it's
example,
like,
texts that are from the perspective
Yes.
of the person who sent it, and they are the nutcase. It's
Yeah,
so
and
much
they
fun
think,
because they're
"Oh
like,
my God,
oh
this
my
is in my
look
defense."
at how
It's
this
like-
manager treated me, and it's like,
Exactly.
what are you doing? You literally asked for them to like give you their babies. It's like, what?
Well, you had 4. Couldn't you spare one?
That's true.
It's just an afternoon.
Oh God.
I got the vibe that a lot of the stories weren't real and that a lot of people were like pretending to, or that a lot of people were just like getting fooled. So I took the liberty one video to make I had like 3 stories in one of them. It was like a year ago. And I wrote 2 of them. And
Oh.
the majority of people
Nobody
thought that the
noticed?
stories that I wrote were real and that the first one was actually fake. I was like, sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
I was like,
Nice.
okay. I was like, that's just sweet. Yeah, no, I made up some story about, I think some sort of like roller coaster thing. I don't even know, dude. It was just like they were like, you know, some similar thing happened to me actually. I'm like, oh, did it? Like that's intriguing. For me, I don't know why my subs never get pushed any of my videos, like, because I get comments like all the time being like, I'm subscribed and have bells, but I haven't gotten your stuff in months. Like I get like at least 4 comments, 4 to 5 of those a video. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that happens.
I'm just like,
I think
Like, I'm
something
subscribed
every
to
YouTuber
Illuminati.
struggles with. It's
I get her notifications 24 hours after a video uploads.
I always get Illuminati's videos like on my front homepage every single day. Every single day.
Okay.
I get an Illuminati video popped up. I'm like, okay. Like, see?
Good percentage must click on them. For people in the audience who haven't yet subscribed to Wonderstruck Guy, not only is he talented
Thank you.
with many voices and with good edits, but he's also super close to 100,000 subscribers. It'd be really
That
cool
is
if he
true.
was-
I'm so
okay. He's gone, folks. He's
Okay.
gone. Oh, he's back.
So it's like weird. It's like out of nowhere. You know, there was the Noah boats for people subbed, which is just like anytime I get a video that gets pushed, I get a lot of subs. Like I can probably pay, you know, my channel to like 7 videos entirely for the majority of its growth. It's just like
But you're
like anytime it gets pushed, it's like I like this stuff, and
does
YouTube's
good.
like, hey, people are liking that. Get out of here. It's like okay. It's like I guess.
But your Noah videos were killer. I think your channel was one of the few that actually managed to make like really solid Noah videos. Because a lot of people
Yeah.
try to hop on that train, even some of the like larger channels. But
They sort of
None-
watered it down.
yeah, very
Yeah.
few people managed to make like a good show around that kind of cursed. I mean,
I think the click did a pretty good job. Kind of. I think One Topic did a good job. I think that's.
we're so wholesome. We are the masters in this channel, of course. I mean, I'm talking crap about everybody else. You know?
I enjoyed. The
Let's
Noah,
name the channels. Let's start the beef.
I enjoyed the Noah
Yes,
get
let's
the
start
boat.
the drama. Oh my god.
Subreddit like first off. I was like, oh, this is sweet. Oh, that voice crack. I was like, oh, this is sweet. And then like I went to download some posts when I was in a call with Salty, and I was like, dude, why are these trash? Like, what is happening? It's like
Yeah.
just like it's like top posts. It's like I don't know, baboon punching a person. I'm like, what am I supposed to comment?
Oh.
What am I supposed to commentate
not-
over that?
Where's the joke? Yeah.
No, they did. I actually talked to some of the mods on Noah some time back because they had some real staff problems on that sub. Like the whole team went inactive. The owner doesn't reply on any mediums. It's like it was a mess. But then the new mod team, or the reorganized mod team, they decided they wanted to move the sub in a different direction. So they didn't want like meme posts and stuff. It was like observational / articles / it was strange. So like half the posts now when I go and look at Noah, it's like, oh, news article, a teacher did the naughties with 5 students and is now in jail. It's like, what am I?
From an anthropological standpoint, it kind of makes sense because you just want to study the oddity that is humanity. But from
Yeah, I guess.
the comedic standpoint, that a lot of it used to be, where it was like animal, hybrid animal, Noah get the boat. That's funny. There's the joke in there. But then
Exactly,
when
there's
it's
a
like
punchline.
a news article headline where it's just like animal dead, it's like, oh.
I don't mean to laugh at that. I mean to laugh at how like bad that is. I don't mean to be like, dog dead. Like that's funny. Like no.
No, it took a
shifting away
bit of a
from
turn.
shifting away from Noah talk, maybe we should like throw in some jokes or some positivity before the end of this, and then we can jump into the bonus
Yes,
episode.
indeed. You don't have to worry about subs when you're dead. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
God.
That's not true. You're just like
No, but
at the gates of the Pastafarian god. He's like, how many subs you got? It's like,
Oh
The
god.
Pastafarian noodle. What is
the
it?
giant flying
noodle
spaghetti
deity.
monster. You
That's
should
it,
know.
giant
You
flying
should know
spaghetti
this. You
monster.
claim to be Pastafarian, and this.
I have said
you're also
that
Canadian.
in the past, but I have never been serious about it. I don't wear a colander. Wonder. I think you've noticed that I don't wear
That's
a colander.
true. I want to start.
You're
wearing it.
you're fewer than 10,000 people away from reaching 100,000.
Yeah, for some
is insane.
reason, like I don't know what I think like I'm just gaining subs from like out of nowhere. I think it's like because I've been like constantly on social media and stuff.
I
But
love your recent thumbnails.
oh yeah, no, I
They're
started
fire.
working on them. Trying to fix some of them, but yeah, just I don't know. Like I gained another 500 subs this week just for I don't even know where. I'm like I can't find where. I'm like okay, and so yeah.
That's so cool.
I love that we've got Sad Milk, because I noticed a lot of comments, or some comments occasionally, where they're like, "Hey, I found you through Sad Milk."
Like,
And I'm
thank
like,
you.
oh, fam,
It's so good.
that's
It's
my
kinda like-
gang.
Actually,
What we're all hoping for, I was actually talking to Blair about it. It's like, hey, what about in the future? Imagine if Sad Milk like overtakes all our channels. It becomes the biggest channel out of all of
I
us.
think it
It's
will.
kind of the mothership. Yeah. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the biggest channel within like a year or two.
Yeah, we just reached 100. We're at 112 now, I think.
Yeah, something like almost 113, I think, last time.
Ah!
I checked.
yeah, no,
So it
like
goes-
it
goes
gains
super
about
fast.
1,000 every 2 days.
Something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
it's pretty
Faster
It
insane.
than
goes
me.
really fast. Let's see. I'm gonna check right now what
Sad
we're
Milk,
at. Hold on.
112. I don't see a point something, but
Let's see.
I mean, they don't show it.
112.6 right now.
Ooh.
So it's going fast.
Yeah, no, and it was at 111 like 3 days ago, 2 days ago. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's just
Yep.
weird.
That's nuts.
Well, it's not weird. It's good, but it's just like with more content out there, like
Yeah.
as we put more videos, because that's only from 22 videos, I think. With more
It's not
videos
even
growing,
a lot of videos.
it's literally just gonna like pick up. Like there's just gonna be so much content to actually watch through, which increases its likelihood. Imagine if this grows to be like one of those channels with like 1 million subs. So then you got the Sad Milk, what is it, gold play button or whatever.
Oh, I'd love that.
That'd be such a
Yes.
flex, dude.
I want to. I have a spot for it. Wait, there, here. It's a big old empty spot, totally ready for the button.
Ooh.
I don't know where.
Oh,
I would
that's
like that.
beautiful.
I don't know where I'm gonna put my Sad Milk button and then my other YouTube button. That's gonna feel like I don't mean to sound like egotistical, but that's gonna feel like low key kind of just cool when like
Yeah, dude.
new people come over
Uh-huh.
and they just like come into my room and there's
Two-
just like
two
two play
YouTube
buttons. They're like,
What?
What is that?
yeah, I make mukbang videos, nothing special.
Well, on that note, this has been an excellent podcast. I've had a lot of fun with it. Wonderstruck, I'm really glad we could finally get you on here. I know we've been trying to figure out a time when we could all get together. We have such different time zones, it's hard to schedule something with all of us.
Yeah.
But I'm
Especially
glad
you
you're
two.
able to make
My
some
God.
time today.
Well, I am thrilled to have been a part of the podcast. I was like the shipped podcast, and I was like, how could I actually low-key was kind of like freaking out in the shower. Like I was like, what do I say? What do I say? I put on like some music and stuff to get me like pumped. I was like, what do I say? Because like
Bum, bum, bum.
Because like beforehand, I was just sitting like this, just editing and like shirtless in my Pikachu pajamas. It's just like, it's like, are you?
All right.
It's like,
I have to be on camera.
it's like, are you ready? And I'm just like. It's just like, oh god. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
very
is-
much
that is
so-
appreciate
that is
being
mood.
on the podcast. It's a lot of
I think a
fun.
lot of people have actually told us at the end of the episodes or beforehand. I think both you, like Flinder, Salty, Oz, like everyone we have invited pretty much has said like I've been very nervous or low key nervous before And
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
we're gonna call him out and do all the gotcha questions.
exactly, it's like, so how did you explain this thing exposed you did on Facebook 8 years ago?
That reminds me of the picture of me with like a sombrero and white mom glasses at a Chili's on Facebook.
Oh dear God,
8 years ago.
that's beautiful.
Oh my god. Quick, roll
Time
us
for
out.
outro. Time for outro. Yes. Speaking of sombreros, we do hope you enjoyed this episode. All you lovely shippers/crew.
Check out the
at
bonus
home. It's been with
episode.
me, Click, and one topic at a time. And remember to sub to Wonderstruck Guy, who's also an editor for Sad Milk, who does an amazing job. And his voices are better than me and OT
That's not
combined.
true.
So we're kind of upset about that, but it is sadly true. We are much older and we still have not learned enough. Anyway, we hope you have an amazing day and sleep tight or whatever time it is you will live. And we will see you in the next episode. Take care. Mwah.